It's funny. I think there's no such thing as passive income. Like we all have this pipe dream of like passive income. Like, oh my God. I mean, shit, I own now, we've got up to 185 doors. We're down, sold some down to like 174, and it's surely not passive. Let me tell you, it is not passive. And if it is, you give up a ton of your profit to a management company. And even then it's not passive because you have to manage the management company. So here's the deal. I would say the biggest reason why real estate is powerful, and in my opinion, a better investment than many other investments is because of the leverage. Okay. So most investments, let's just say you have $20,000 and you put it in the market, or you put it in some sort of, crypto or a stock market, whatever it may be. Your return is on that $20,000. So if you make 10% on that $20,000, you're making a $2,000 profit, which is great. 10% is pretty good. Now, obviously in the crypto world, in some worlds, people are wanting like crazy returns. But the point is, your return is based on your investment. Real estate is different because you have the component of leverage. So the power of leverage is that with $20,000, for example, I can buy $100,000 of real estate. Might be a little bit less now, but at one point, 20% down was kind of the standard, right? So a 20% down payment of $20,000 buys me a $100,000 property. Now, the crazy thing is, my investment, the $100,000 property, that's what I'm getting return on, okay? So I'm getting the appreciation of that asset every year. So if that asset just goes up 5%, now it's worth $105,000. So my $20,000 made a $5,000 return on the appreciation. But then we also have the cash flow. So the difference between, what a person, their expenses are on a monthly basis and then the rent that comes in, that's the positive cash flow. And on a $100,000 house, for us, our average price point is more like 140, but our average cash flow is about 380 per door. So, just doing the math, you might have cash flow of like, $3,000 a year, roughly, $2,500 to $3,000 a year. Well, on your $20,000 cash investment, you're getting the appreciation, which was $5,000 a year and more over time. And then you're also getting the cash flow, which might be $2,500 to $3,000 a year. So if you just compare those things, the cash on cash return, the appreciation to a standard investment, it's going to be better in most cases. Now, a stock market or a market-based investment is probably going to be passive. So real estate's not passive, so that's the downside. Now, if we elaborate on this a little bit further, the beauty of real estate is you also have tax advantages. So if you look at like all the pieces of real estate, you have the appreciation of the asset, it goes up. You have debt pay down. So the tenant is paying the monthly expenses and that debt is going down. The asset's going up, the debt is going down. That's creating your equity. Then on top of that, I talked about the cash flow. And then on top of that, you have tax advantages, the biggest one being depreciation. So depreciation is a pretty powerful thing because it's basically just, I'm going to dumb this down, and this isn't perfect for high level people out there, but just for a person who doesn't understand it. Let's just say you have this $100,000 property, and in residential real estate, the depreciation is usually 27 and a half years. So what they do, the IRS has a rule that says we'll take the value of that, divide it by 27 and a half. Now, there's certain things that have a faster depreciation, maybe like appliances or certain fixtures or things in the real estate. So to simplify this model, let's just say you get to depreciate that $100,000 asset over 25 years. So that means that if you take $100,000 divided by 25, that's $4,000. So you would get a tax deduction of $4,000 every year for the next 25 years. If you have 100 properties, that's a $400,000 a year tax deduction, okay? So it's an amazing thing, and it offers a lot of powerful investment tools that you don't have in the market or in other types of investments, but it's not passive. So you got to weigh your options. And so for me, I love the fact that you have all those things with the appreciation, the depreciation, the debt pay down, and the positive cash flow.